challenges क्या थे जो आपने face किए?
I got enrolled in a school in Borivali. Coach's son used to be in the same batch as I was, and he was an opening batsman as well. I did well in the first year, and उन्होंने मुझे from an opening batsman middle order में shift किया. And then he started neglecting during my under 19 days. तो बहुत टाइम ऐसे होता था, though I was part of the टीम को बुलाते थे टीम मीटिंग के लिए, लेकिन जब बैट्समैन का वगैरह मीटिंग रहता था, आई वॉज नॉट कॉल्ड. इट वॉज वेरी वियर्ड.
The thought of opening your own cricket academy
was after I made my first class debut. I always thought कि if I had a good mentor, maybe my journey would have been a bit fast tracked. अगर मेरे जैसा कोई और एक है या फिर someone who wants to play that passion, वो mentorship या फिर कोचिंग मिलना इज़ बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है.
This video is brought to you by Hell Energy, the bold, high-performance energy drink that fuels your hustle. Whether you're grinding at work, hitting the gym, or chasing your passion, Hell Energy keeps you going. Also, we would like to announce that Shreyas Iyer is the new brand partner of Hell Energy. So unleash the energy, unleash the hell. Now let's dive into the show. Guys, my name is Jay Vavsar and welcome to another episode of Cricket Graph. आज हमारे साथ है नीनाद कदम. How does it feel over here, नीनाद?
Feels nice to be here. Really looking forward to the podcast.
Perfect. सबसे पहले तो पूछेंगे आपका क्रिकेट से इंट्रोडक्शन कैसे हुआ? आपने ये स्पोर्ट से how did you fall in love with this sport?
I think it's a very typical middle class family story. My dad was a cricket enthusiast. उन्होंने कभी ऐसे प्रोफेशनल क्रिकेट तो नहीं खेला, बट ही यूज्ड टू रिप्रेजेंट हिज ऑफिस, एंड तो ही वाज द वन हु इंट्रोड्यूस्ड मी टू क्रिकेट एट अ वेरी अर्ली एज. आई थिंक सिंस द वेरी बिगिनिंग मेरे को बहुत मतलब आई थिंक आई फेल इन लव विद द गेम बहुत पहले से ही. वॉज क्वाइट एनर्जेटिक एज अ किड. तो parents thought that I never used to get along with kids in my colony or in my society. Used to create a lot of trouble. So parents thought, why not divert his energy somewhere in sport or something that is which dad has already been a part of. So that's when they introduced me to cricket. उन्होंने मेरे को एक समर कैंप में डाला. That was at the Pepsi ground in MHB colony, where Rohit grew up playing cricket.
Okay.
तो वहाँ पे समर कैंप था. तभी तो ऐसे कुछ सोचा नहीं था कि I have to get into it professionally या ऐसे कुछ. Just wanted to play it for fun. फिर वहाँ के कोच थे एट द एंड ऑफ द कैंप, उन्होंने डैड को बोला कि
सम टैलेंट है.
हाँ, ही इज़ डूइंग वेल. इनको थोड़ा एक रेगुलर कैंप में एनरोल कर दो कहीं पे. सो दैट्स हाउ इट ऑल स्टार्टेड. आई थिंक क्रिकेट हैज़ ऑलवेज बीन माई फर्स्ट लव. मतलब बहुत सारी चीज़ें की मैंने लाइफ में, लेकिन क्रिकेट का जो कनेक्शन है, हाँ, वो जो खुजली बोलते हैं, बॉम्बे क्रिकेट में बोलते हैं कि क्रिकेट खेलने का खुजली है, वो आई थिंक इट्स डिफरेंट देन एनी अदर एक्टिविटी आई हैव डन. सो या आई मीन दैट्स हाउ इट ऑल स्टार्टेड. फिर देयर weren't many clubs in Borivali, Kandivali at the time. So Payade was the only club. So that's where I started my regular cricket camps. That was at Shiv Seva in Borivali. So yeah, that's how it all started.
You were always interested in one particular जैसे batting हो गया, तो उसमें ही था कि you were also there, you were also interested in other bowling or?
No, batting was the primary. The other things ऐसे ही मतलब कुछ टाइम मिल गया तो कर लिया. आई एट द स्टार्ट आई वांटेड टू बी अ कीपर,
Okay.
a batsman and a keeper.
हाँ.
लेकिन I think my fitness levels weren't quite up there at the time. Also, my coaches at the time suggested that that's not a good idea since I was an opening batsman. So keeping करने के बाद it's very tiring to open the bat again. So
correct.
yeah, I mean that's what the school coaches and all suggested कि keeping नहीं, तुम bowling पे कुछ कर दो.
फिर वहाँ से हाउ डिड यू गो अलॉन्ग, कैसा आपका जर्नी, कैसा आपका चैलेंजेस क्या क्या थे जो आपने फेस किए?
It wasn't smooth going from the start itself, to be honest.
Okay.
After my parents saw some potential in me, they thought why not enroll me in a school where there's school cricket. क्योंकि मैं जो स्कूल में था at the start, that was at सरदार वल्लभ भाई पटेल, वहाँ पे क्रिकेट का टीम नहीं था. तो then they thought why not enroll him to a school where इसको थोड़ा exposure मिल जाए. Because back then Guy Shield, Harris Shield had a lot of attention as well.
Correct.
और वो एक जरिया था लाइमलाइट में आने का. तो I got enrolled in a school in Borivali. It's quite a well-known school actually, but the experience there wasn't quite what is portrayed usually. वहाँ पे क्या हुआ कि the coach, I was an opening batsman back then. The coach's son used to be in the same batch as I was, and he was an opening batsman as well. Initially, I got good exposure in the first year. कि उन्होंने मेरे को open कराया. I played a lot of matches. He gave me a lot of practice as well. लेकिन I did well in the first year, but I think somewhere his parental instincts took over, and उन्होंने मुझे from an opening batsman उन्होंने मुझे middle order में shift किया, and then he started neglecting me a bit. मतलब जितना first year में जितना I did well, उतना exposure मेरे को in the coming 2 years में नहीं मिला.
And it hampered your batting as well.
Yeah, it was new to me, something new to me, because I had opened all the way through, and now I had suddenly become a middle order batsman. But it was a blessing in disguise, I would say. Okay. Because in the later, like in my professional career, I settled in the middle order quite well.
Okay. Okay.
And I used to play spin well, so तभी that was like बोलते हैं ना कि हाँ उन्होंने वो चीज़ किया, बट मेरे लिए वो फ़ायदे का ही होगा. But yeah, I mean, so then again I changed my school. I got enrolled in Parle Tilak Vidyalaya, where Suren Aire sir was my coach. So that was kind of a tough period for me, because for the club I used to go to Shivaji Park Gymkhana. Praveen Amre sir was the coach back then. Padmakar Shivalkar sir was the coach back then. So the thing was, I used to stay in Dahisar, so traveling was quite a big challenge, because even my school was in Parle, Vile Parle. So what I used to do is सुबह 5 बजे का ट्रेन पकड़ता था to go to school. फिर वहीं पे ही लंच लेके जाता था, और sometimes my mother used to come there with the lunch.
Okay.
शिवाजी पार्क जिमखाना के बाजू में एक पानी का टाकी है, तो that's where I used to go, like from school directly I used to go to शिवाजी पार्क जिमखाना. वहाँ पे जाके I used to have lunch, and then again practice, and फिर आते आते, because the trains were crowded, and I was I think 10, 12 at the time.
And plus you had all the heavy
Kit bags and all, yeah. So that was quite a big challenge. So जो 5 बजे घर से निकलता था तो फिर आते आते 8 बज जाते थे घर पे आने के लिए. तो फिर वो दिन तो ऐसे ही निकलता था. बट इवन फिजिकली इट वाज क्वाइट चैलेंजिंग. बट आई मीन आई वुड से दैट दोज फॉर्मेटिव इयर्स, बिकॉज इतना स्ट्रगल किया, बिकॉज इतना थोड़ा टफ था, आई थिंक दैट उसमें से सीखने को बहुत मिला. जैसे डिसिप्लिन हो गया, 5 मिनट लेट हो गए तो ट्रेन छूट जाता है. स्कूल में 5 मिनट लेट हो गए तो गेट पे वॉचमैन एंट्री नहीं देगा. प्रैक्टिस को लेट हो गए तो फिर सर का पनिशमेंट है, शिवाजी पार्क का राउंड्स मारना पड़ेगा. तो वो सब चीज़ में बहुत छोटे छोटे चीज़ है, लेकिन वो क्या है कि वो ऑटोमेटिकली इनकलकेट हो गए. कुछ ऐसे अलग से नहीं, मतलब कहते हैं ना कि पेरेंट्स को ऐसे सिखाना नहीं पड़ा कि यार टाइम पे उठना है, टाइम पे सोना है. वो चीज़ ऑटोमेटिकली, यस, हाँ, ऑटोमेटिकली आ गए. और आई थिंक मेंटली भी, बिकॉज व्हेन यू इतना फिजिकल आपका एक्सर्शन होता है, तो आई थिंक इफ यू हैव टू कीप गोइंग समवेयर मेंटली यू हैव टू बी स्ट्रॉन्ग. ऑल्सो यू हैव टू पुश योरसेल्फ. मतलब फिजिकल लिमिटेशंस तो है बॉडी को, लेकिन अगर आप मेंटली थोड़ा सा और पुश कर सकते हैं खुद को, आई थिंक वो फिजिकल बाउंड्रीज थोड़े स्ट्रेच कर सकते हो आप. तो आई थिंक दैट वाज आई थिंक अ वेरी की लर्निंग फ्रॉम दैट फेज कि यार इतना मैंने, मतलब मैं इतना कर रहा हूँ. तो आई थिंक इवन व्हेन अ टफ सिचुएशन अराइव्स, वो ऐसे पैनिक नहीं होता है कभी कि चलो हो जाएगा मैनेज, ऐसे है.
करेक्ट. अभी आप देखते हो वो सारे मेमोरीज जो आप ट्रेन का सफ़र करते हो, हाउ डू यू लुक एट इट अभी?
आई थिंक वो एक, मतलब एट द टाइम इतना रियलाइज नहीं हुआ कि यार अपन इतना कर रहे हैं, स्ट्रगल कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि तभी एंथुजियाज्म इतना था कि यार कुछ करना ही है क्रिकेट में, बिकॉज दिस इज समथिंग आई लव. और आई थिंक व्हेन वी वर हैविंग आवर अंडर 15 मुंबई कैंप, बहुत फॉर्चुनेट थे कि सचिन तेंदुलकर यूज्ड टू कम टू BKC फॉर हिज ओन प्रैक्टिस. तो one day our coach had just arranged a meeting with him post practice. Or there was a guy in our camp who used to travel from Ghatkopar to like staying in the central side in Bombay is traveling is a bit of a challenge. So he like we were sitting and he questioned sir that सर हम लोग इतना सैक्रिफाइस कर रहे हैं लाइफ में, पढ़ाई का टाइम क्रिकेट को दे रहे हैं, ट्रैवलिंग में इतना टाइम जा रहा है, फिजिकली इतना एक्सर्शन है, फैमिली के साथ उतना टाइम नहीं दे पा रहे. तो आप इस चीज़ को कैसे करके देखते हैं? तो सर ने बोला कि फर्स्ट थिंग इज स्टॉप कॉलिंग इट सैक्रिफाइस, बिकॉज यू आर डूइंग समथिंग विच यू लव. आपको कोई फोर्स नहीं कर रहा है यहाँ पे आके क्रिकेट खेलने के लिए. सो दैट वॉज अ बिग हिट, लाइक कि यार सच अ ग्रेट प्लेयर, इट्स वेरी इजी फॉर हिम टू से यार मैंने इतना सेक्रीफाइस किया इतना लाइफ में, ये किया वो किया. लेकिन when he gave us that advice कि stop calling this sacrifice, whatever you're doing it for yourself, you're doing it because you love the game. And I think that's something that stayed with me for a very long time, कि if you have that kind of a perspective, I think things get a bit easier rather than just complaining कि मैं इतना sacrifice कर रहा हूँ, मैं इतना time दे रहा हूँ, ये सब.
Correct. अभी आते हैं आपका फर्स्ट क्लास डेब्यू फॉर त्रिपुरा. इट वाज अराउंड 2018-2019 फॉर द 2018-2019 सीजन. कैसा था वो एक्सपीरियंस?
It's quite a long story actually. So when I was playing my age group cricket from Mumbai, मुझे दैट्स व्हाट आई फेल्ट कि मुझे जितना एक्सपोजर मिलना चाहिए था, जितना अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ मिलना चाहिए था, उतना एज ग्रुप क्रिकेट में मिला नहीं. आई थिंक आई डिजर्व्ड अ लॉट मोर. ड्यूरिंग माई अंडर 19 डेज, every player को, if you ask any athlete, he has a phase where he thinks he can do and achieve a lot better. मतलब वो एक कॉन्फिडेंस वाला फेज रहता है एवरी प्लेयर में. सो आई थिंक ड्यूरिंग माई 19 डेज आई थॉट दैट आई वॉज विद इन दैट फेज वेयर एवरीथिंग वॉज गोइंग वेल फॉर मी रिगार्डिंग टू माई गेम. But the coach then had a bit of a bias against me, our state under 19 coach. तो बहुत टाइम ऐसे होता था कि what he used to do is have separate meetings for every department, like bowlers के लिए अलग टीम मीटिंग, बैट्समैन के लिए अलग टीम मीटिंग, फिर टीम का पूरे साथ में अलग टीम मीटिंग. सो बहुत टाइम ऐसे होता था कि इवन दो आई वॉज पार्ट ऑफ द टीम, टीम को बुलाते थे टीम मीटिंग के लिए, लेकिन जब बैट्समैन का वगैरह मीटिंग रहता था, आई वॉज नॉट कॉल्ड, लाइक. हाँ, सो दैट वॉज वेरी वियर्ड एक्सपीरियंस. प्लस
आपको क्यों लगता है ऐसा क्यों हुआ? लाइक व्हाई डू यू फील?
सो द थिंग वाज, व्हेन आई वाज इन अंडर 16, BKC में एक स्पेशल कैंप था, बैटिंग कैंप, वेयर प्लेयर्स फ्रॉम ऑल एज ग्रुप्स वर मतलब इंटीग्रेटेड, और उनका अलग से प्रैक्टिस होता था. ही वॉज द कोच बैक देन. आई इन अंडर 16 आई हैड स्कोर्ड अराउंड 700 runs for Mumbai that season, and I had a very different technique, because the thing is, मुझे बचपन से मेरा कोई कोच नहीं है. सो
सेल्फ टॉट
एग्जैक्टली. और what little I had, like what little technical things I had picked up was from my father. Although he's not played professional cricket, but he has good technical knowledge. That's what I think. And since he watched me grow up, he knows what technical, changes or anything. If he notices, I always go to him and speak to him about it. But ऐसे कोई प्रॉपर कोच नहीं था कि जिसने कोच या मेंटर नहीं था मेरा. तो आई हैड डिजाइंड माई ओन टेक्निक इन अ वे, एंड इट वाज वर्किंग फॉर मी. और वो कैंप में व्हाट हिज फिलॉसफी वाज दैट जो मैं सिखा रहा हूँ वही होना चाहिए, और एवरीवन शुड बैट इन वन सिमिलर पैटर्न. So I think as a coach that never works, especially when it comes to technique. Maybe as a team you could follow a certain pattern, लेकिन for an individual to follow a certain pattern,
टेक्निक तो खुद का पर्सनल रहता है.
I think if it's not working for him, I'm sure he's open to changing it. But if it's working for him, I think as a coach you need to allow him that freedom ki you express yourself the way you want to, just get me the results. So that was the time I refused to change my technique. I think he found that a bit odd, because maybe he wasn't used to that kind of
that saying no to
yeah. So I think that's where it all started.
Okay.
I can't tell you the exact reason why he behaved in such a way, but I mean, yeah, he did, and I think I lost quite a few of my valuable years.
So that is why you made the decision of shifting, going to Tripura.
No, I think I stayed patient during that phase.
Okay.
Actually, it was quite tough back then, because एक तो अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ कम मिल रहे थे, प्लस व्हेन यू कम फ्रॉम अ लोअर मिडिल क्लास फैमिली, योर पेरेंट्स का प्रेशर, फैमिली का प्रेशर रहता है कि यू सेटल डाउन क्वाइट क्विकली, जॉब ले लो कहीं पे, या फिर एक तो इसमें पूरा एक्सेल कर दो या फिर जॉब लेके सेटल हो जाओ। तो तभी फैमिली से भी थोड़ा था। आई मीन आई वॉज इंडिविजुअली फाइटिंग हियर एज वेल, फाइटिंग कि यार क्रिकेट कंटिन्यू करना ही है, अभी तो नहीं छोड़ना।
lot of battles that were going on at that time.
Plus those were the years where I was in college, और पढ़ाई का भी उतना ही प्रेशर रहता था, बिकॉज घर से तो था कि यार ग्रेजुएशन तो कंप्लीट कर ले, बाकी चीज़ें तो चलती रहेंगी। एंड तो वही आई थिंक आई वाज इन पोद्दार कॉलेज, और वहाँ पे पढ़ाई को भी उतना ही मतलब एम्फोसिस है। प्लस दैट्स अ कॉलेज वेयर योर कॉलेज एग्जाम्स आर क्वाइट टफ। प्लस ऐसा था कि अटेंडेंस मेंटेन रखना है, तो आई थिंक ऑल दोज थिंग्स साथ में वो थोड़ा सा बहुत टफ पीरियड था। बट देन अगेन what happened was after my 19, BCCI suddenly thought about changing the age group from 19 to पहले कैसा था 19 था, फिर under 22 होता था, so there was 3-year gap, which was a bit manageable for a player coming from a state like Mumbai, where there's a lot of competition and the pool of players is quite big. BCCI suddenly thought that why not change the age to under 25. So it was suddenly a 6-year gap, and वहाँ पे again it got a lot tough. Like for me as an individual, I'm already fighting to stay in the pool, और 6-year gap was मतलब ऐसे ही था कि those players who aren't picked in the Ranji Trophy are coming and representing Mumbai in the under 25 level. तो जो outsiders थे, who had 50-50 chance, they were almost swiped out. But then again, still in the selection matches I had scored at the average of 150, I think, in one of the tournaments. I just scored out once. Then in the वापस और एक selection tournament होता है before the main squad is announced, and उसमें again I was the highest run getter, but I wasn't picked in the under 25. Then again in the next year the age group again switched to under 23, and मेरा 23 का लास्ट ईयर था, और another frustrating thing was for the university I had scored runs at almost an average of 100 for the college, लेकिन university selections में I wasn't picked in the squad. University selection is something very important because whenever you apply for a job or anything like that certificate counts a lot.
Okay.
तो that was another frustration. Like 1-2 साल वो यूनिवर्सिटी का भी नहीं हुआ, सो तो घर से वो प्रेशर बढ़ते ही जा रहा था. लाइक आई मीन आई वाज़न्ट श्योर हाउ मच आई कैन होल्ड ऑफ एवरीवन नाउ.
What kept you going still at that?
I think self-belief is something that kept me going. That mental toughness we speak about. I think वो time पे है. Plus I think I am someone who always believes कि आपको वही करना चाहिए लाइफ में जिससे आपको प्यार हो. Cricket, like I said, was my first love. So मेरे लिए तो कभी ऐसे क्वेश्चन मार्क नहीं था कि यार मैं कर पाऊंगा कि नहीं. I just always thought about कैसे करना है. Whereas
Giving your best basically.
whereas other people were questioning कि क्रिकेट इसको खेलना चाहिए नहीं खेलना चाहिए. But I think I always sort of was pushing myself कि इससे way out कैसे निकालना है. So under 23 में वापस we had a practice tour. Like I was picked in the squad of 20, and we had a practice tour in Hyderabad. We were playing two-day games there, and in the first match I got run out on 87. Wasn't my mistake, but I mean those things happen. And in the second game, they dropped me.
Okay.
Which I thought was weird. Usually ऐसा कभी होता है when you drop a player who scores runs कि he's already in the team. Let's figure out what other options we have. But then we came back to Mumbai, and I was getting ready to pack my bags and things like that, and they announced the squad and my name wasn't there. So that was a bit of a shock for me. Again, the amount of pressure on me at the time was quite frustrating, like because I had to convince my family as well. When you're 23, you don't have a job, and plus cricket में ऐसा कुछ नहीं था at the time मेरे पास कि I could tell them कि यार मैं इतना at least state को represent
show
कर रहा
them
हूँ,
कि हाँ this is my result,
state को represent कर रहा हूँ. तो but yeah, I mean so I thought ठीक है, I'm still close. I was in the standbys. What one good thing about Bombay cricket is you always get an opportunity to come back in the team. Even though this team is traveling somewhere or squad में है, but there's always local cricket where you can score runs and get back in the team. So that keeps you going throughout the year. Maybe in other states that's not the case, but in Bombay that's a good thing. So तभी time shield B division I was playing for income tax. Actually a lot of teams had offered me to like they had called me up to play, but I chose income tax because I thought that यहाँ पे team अच्छा है, they'll advance to a few better rounds. हाँ, तो but then what happened was during the first time shield game, Amit Velaskar was the captain, who was again the coach of the university where I wasn't picked. He decided, so what happens in time shield is you're allowed to play 6 contract players at best, and then 5 employees. What he did was he chose to play himself and मुझे बाहर बैठा दिया, and I think वो frustration इतना build up हो गया था at the time. Plus I think मेरे लिए वो बहुत बड़ा opportunity था कि यार यहाँ पे runs कर लूँ, वापस टीम में आ ही जाऊँगा. But to sit out in such a match, that too in place of a 45-year-old, तो वो बहुत ही मतलब
it felt like it did not make sense.
It didn't make sense definitely. और वो मैच में मैंने I think during lunch time I just picked up my bag and
just left.
I just left. That's not something I endorse.
No, of course, but
it's not a very ideal behavior, but I think at the time I felt that was the right thing to do. तभी वही टीम में इनकम टैक्स के मैनेजर थे एक रवि सिंह करके. He had played for Tripura before.
Okay.
हाँ, और so the thing was second match जो था so I had communicated with him. He had communicated with the captain कि यार इसको बाहर बैठाना तो it wasn't justified. He is fighting for his place in the 23 team. तभी कैप्टन ने बोला कि यार पहले तो वो उसको सॉरी बोलने बोलो कि
he wanted you to tell
he
him
wanted me to apologize to him
for what?
Because I just left during
Okay,
the match.
okay.
I said मैं ये तो नहीं हो रहा है मेरे से. So that's when he felt bad for me, the manager Ravi Singh जो थे. He said since you're not playing Time Shield, there's a league happening in Tripura. मतलब सिर्फ बैठे रहने से जो अच्छा तू जाके खेल ले वहाँ पे. So that's when I went to Tripura to play club cricket. ऐसे कुछ तभी दिमाग में नहीं था कि वहाँ से जाके खेलना है या फिर ऐसे. During the first year I scored 1,000 runs वहाँ के club cricket में. So that's when the club I was playing for back then. उन्होंने बोला कि since आपको सीनियर टीम में उतना एक्सपोजर नहीं मिल रहा है बॉम्बे में, why don't you come here and switch your states. तो मेरे को तभी
This was what year you went over there?
This was 3 years before I made my debut.
Okay, around 2015.
Around 2015. And
I asked this because BCCI कुछ I think उनका कुछ एक ये था ना कि you cannot change the states.
no, if you change your state, there has to be a 1 year gap.
अच्छा 1 year cooling period. Correct.
And no, the cooling period is decided by the association.
Oh, okay.
But once you change your state, 1 year has to pass before you can represent the state. That's the BCCI's norm. Yeah. So second year again there I scored around 990 runs. लेकिन वो ईयर में मुझे वहाँ पे स्टैंड बाय में रखा था. और अगेन दैट वाज अ वेरी फ्रस्ट्रेटिंग फेज बिकॉज वहाँ पे तभी मैं अकेला रहता था. और वो फेज ने बहुत चीज़ें सिखाई. खाना बनाना सीख गया क्योंकि घर जैसा खाना तो अल्टीमेटली नहीं मिलता है. तो मेंटल टफनेस सिखाया वापस कि बाय द टाइम आई हैड गॉन थ्रू सो मेनी सिचुएशंस इन माय लाइफ कि बस लर्निंग ही था. मतलब
just taking everything in.
रिजल्ट्स तो मतलब ऐसे था कि पास में जा रहे बट पूरा नहीं आ रहा है हाथ में, ऐसे था. अगेन लाइक वो साल मैं स्टैंड बाय था. आई डिडंट गेट इन द टीम. उसके नेक्स्ट ईयर अगेन आई हैड स्कोर्ड समवेयर अराउंड 850 रन्स इन द क्लब क्रिकेट. तभी एक बहुत अच्छा चांस था क्योंकि विजय हजारे फर्स्ट फॉर्मेट था वो साल. बहुत अच्छा चांस था टीम में आने का बिकॉज आई हैड डन वेल जस्ट बिफोर द टीम वाज अबाउट टू बी अनाउंस. लेकिन सो द थिंग विथ मी इज कि आई नेवर प्रेफर्ड टू सिट ऑन मोटर बाइक्स.
ओके.
कि मतलब मेरे को
डर लगता था कि
डर ऐसा नहीं, मेरे को ऐसा प्रैक्टिकली एज अ पर्सन लगता था कि बाइक इज नॉट द मोस्ट क्लेवर थिंग डिजाइन बाय अ ह्यूमन. कि इफ यू कंसिडर सेफ्टी, बहुत कम सेफ्टी है, स्पेशली द पिलियन राइडर हु सिट्स एट द बैक. तो मैं कभी बॉम्बे में कभी बाइक्स पे नहीं बैठा. लेकिन in Tripura, bike was like a major mode of transport. और नहीं तो ई-रिक्शाज होते हैं वहाँ पे, the cycle driven rickshaws, but they are now powered by electric. तो वहाँ पे कैसे है कि उनका स्टेडियम जो है that is at a hill. तो वहाँ पे स्टेडियम के बाहर ही कॉलेज है, बट जब कॉलेज आवर्स नहीं रहते तभी देयर इज हार्ड टू फाइंड अ मोड ऑफ ट्रांसपोर्ट टू ट्रैवल बैक टू वेर एवर यू आर लिविंग. तो वही ई रिक्शा मिला नहीं, प्रैक्टिस ख़त्म हो गया था. आई वाज वेरी टायर्ड. इट वाज क्वाइट ह्यूमिड देयर देन. तो मैंने दोस्त को बोला यार मेरे को हिल के नीचे तक ड्रॉप कर दे, मैं वहाँ से ऑटो से चला जाऊँगा. बट दिस इज़ 2 days बिफोर द स्क्वाड इज़ अबाउट टू बी अनाउंस्ड. और मैं बैठा उसके पीछे एंड just as we came down the hill, we collided with a e-rickshaw. और वहाँ पे
roads were also not like were they?
No, roads were intact,
Okay,
but
okay.
I think it was a junction where two.
Correct.
Yeah.
It happens.
तो वहाँ पे we had a major accident. My elbow had 3 or 4 stitches back there. There was a big hole in my foot. So that was मतलब वापस वो ऐसा था कि यार इतना पास में आ गए अभी, लेकिन वापस इंजरी. और फॉर एनी स्पोर्ट्समैन इंजरी इज अ बिग फ्रस्ट्रेटिंग. और जब ऐसे इंजरी हो, एटलीस्ट ऑन फील्ड
sports injury is different.
something
you're okay, you can take it, but this one is like a sort of an accident.
Yeah, it's a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah.
और तभी इंजरी की वजह से वापस आई couldn't get in the team. मतलब तभी मैंने घर पे भी नहीं बताया कि यार ऐसे हुआ, क्योंकि ऑफ कोर्स आई मीन फैमिली
they will be crushed as well.
या तो उनको मैंने काफ़ी दिनों के बाद बताया कि यार ऐसे हुआ. दैट वाज वन ऑफ द रीजंस व्हाई आई couldn't get in the team. But thankfully I recovered well. वहाँ पे there was another guy from Uttarakhand. His father was a colonel in Assam Rifles.
Okay.
So I used to stay with him back then. He had he and his father had a very major role to play, क्योंकि वहाँ पे उन्होंने मेरे को खुद के बच्चे जैसा रखा. आई एम वेरी ग्रेटफुल टू हिम बिकॉज उनका कंट्रीब्यूशन नहीं होता तो शायद आई couldn't have represented. तो वहाँ पे आर्मी डॉक्टर्स, आर्मी हॉस्पिटल में मैंने ट्रीटमेंट वगैरह लिया. उसके बाद 6 or 7 मैचेस के बाद मुझे वापस कॉल आया विजय हजारे का. सो दैट वाज अ वेरी special moment.
This was in 2018.
This was in 2018. Because वो अभी इतने साल का जो मेहनत था, I think कितना भी कोई बोले कि यार मैं रिजल्ट्स के लिए नहीं खेलता हूँ और वैसे, बट अल्टीमेटली नथिंग सक्सीड्स लाइक सक्सेस. तो थोड़ा सा बीच बीच में सक्सेस का डोज चाहिए टू कीप यू गोइंग. और
and that's exactly what happened. You also made your first class debut in 2018 2019 season.
Yes.
And then you also made your T20 debut as well.
Exactly. Yeah.
So everything was going well. I think success was finally coming into it. How was that?
The one thing was I was learning a lot as well, like because तीनों फॉर्मेट में एक साथ डेब्यू किया वही साल में. देयर वाज अ लॉट ऑफ लर्निंग. लाइक पहले कभी कोकाबुरा वाइट बॉल से खेला नहीं था, तो वो एडेप्टेशन बहुत अलग था. व्हेन यू प्ले इन द नॉर्थ ईस्ट, विकेट्स आर क्वाइट चैलेंजिंग, वेरी डिफरेंट फ्रॉम व्हाट यू प्ले इन मुंबई. सो वो एडेप्टेशन बहुत अलग था. बट आई थिंक फर्स्ट सीजन में अगेन लाइक एट द टाइम हमारे टीम में मोस्ट पीपल वर स्ट्रगलिंग टू कीप देयर प्लेस इन द टीम. और mentorship wasn't up to the mark. Like we didn't have a lot of good guidance back then. तो अगेन वो सेल्फ लर्निंग वाला जो चीज़ है, क्योंकि मेरा तो कोई कोच नहीं था बचपन से.
So that helped you.
I think that's been the story right throughout कि जब कोई नहीं रहता है then you know खुद से ही वो एक instinct जाग जाता है. Yes. और yeah, I mean it was really good. Like जो first season में इतना सारा चीज़ सीखने को मिला. I think that carried on throughout my career कि इतना experience, इतना exposure मिला तभी. So that was a happy thing as well कि यार घर पे कुछ तो है बताने के लिए कि एटलीस्ट यार ये इतना इसने किया तो एटलीस्ट फर्स्ट क्लास क्रिकेटर. बिकॉज आई थिंक विदाउट हैविंग अ कोच, विदाउट हैविंग अ मेंटर, getting through the first class circuit is, I think for me it's quite an achievement. Maybe it's not it is a rare thing, but for someone like me who's from where I started and achieving that was a very special thing. Yeah.
Do you remember what was your debut like in each of the formats, each of the tournaments?
I think I vaguely remember my Vijay Hazare debut. Like it was Varun Chakravarti's debut season, and the wickets were ranked turners in Chennai. And I had debuted against Dinesh Karthik, who was playing India back then. Murli Vijay, who was playing India back then. Abhinav Mukund was playing India back then. Varun Chakravarti was new, but he was, I think he took about 60-70 wickets in that season. So I had scored 37 odd in the first innings, and it was really special. Like I remember I hit Washington Sundar for a 6 over mid wicket. So that was the first boundary I scored in List A cricket. So yeah, I mean those are very fond memories.
How was Varun Chakravarti like? Like thoda, can you, what was the battle? How was the battle like?
It was really hard to pick him because तभी, even though we had seen clips of him, लेकिन ऐसे था कि still when you go out there, it's a different thing, you know. When you see the clips, usually the camera is from behind and not from the front.
Correct.
So the most challenging thing was, even after you pick him, the wickets were quite turning tracks. So to pick him off the wicket and then again negotiating the spin, because he is quite quick in the air, so it doesn't give you much time to play. Dinesh Karthik is a very good captain. His field placements are always on point. So plus the added pressure of playing your first match, you don't want to get out.
Yeah.
You want to score runs for your team. So you've had this opportunity after so many years. So all those things weigh up. But yeah, I mean the way I handled all that, I think I'm very proud of myself and very happy at the end of it, because even though I could have scored 70 odd, but still I think for a start it was a good thing. Right?
Crazy. I think I'm moved by looking at your journey as well, because itna struggle kiya, itna you sort of pushed yourself, and that is what an advice you would like to give to the young cricketers as well, because उनका भी थोड़ा एक रहता है कि okay, नहीं हो रहा है, I think I should look for other opportunities. What advice would you like to give to those young cricketers?
I think for them it's not just for the young cricketers but for the parents as well. I think it's very important to understand what's happening at the ground level, because जब आप क्रिकेट देखते हैं आपको टीवी पे IPL, इंडिया, ये सब चीज़ देखने को मिलता है, बट द वर्क दैट गोज बिहाइंड द सीन्स, लाइक जो ग्राउंड लेवल पे कैसा ये प्रोसेस होता है. ऑफ कोर्स एवरीवन्स जर्नी इज़ डिफरेंट, लेकिन बिफोर यू गेट इनटू द गेम और व्हेन यू आर इनटू द गेम, ये सब चीज़ को स्टडी करना, ये सब चीज़ को जानना बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है कि हाउ यू रीच दैट लेवल, उसके पीछे कितना आपको डेडिकेशन देना है, कितना what mindset you need to have, what physical मतलब physically आपको कितना fit रहना है. When you're staying in a city like Mumbai, traveling is quite a big thing. तो traveling train में travel करके you drain out a lot of your energy. तो वो सब factors you need to consider before you're getting into the game. Because क्या होता है कि developing years में your parents are your major decision makers. As a kid, you don't have such a knowledge कि आप खुद के लिए decision ले पाओ. But so that's the thing, like even the parents need to realize कि ये सब चीज़ है, मतलब it's not just a physical game या फिर सिर्फ बैटिंग नहीं है, सिर्फ बॉलिंग नहीं है, सिर्फ फील्डिंग नहीं है, लेकिन ये बाहर के फैक्टर्स भी इतने हैं. योर न्यूट्रिशन नीड्स टू बी अप टू द मार्क. करेक्ट. योर ट्रैवलिंग नीड टू बी एड्रेस्ड. योर मेंटल state of mind needs to be at a certain level, because and that needs to be maintained. As if your emotions get the better of you, I think that affects your game. In a big manner. So I think wherever they're playing, or even the parents, whenever they enroll their kids in cricket or in any other sport, I would say they need to consider all those factors, and they need to keep analyzing time to time, because ऐसे नहीं है कि एक बार इसको डाल दिया कि फिर छोड़ दिया. They need to analyze what coach he is going to, who is mentoring him, in what way he is progressing. ये सब चीज़ they need to मतलब
see कि कैसा चल रहा है.
And that's very important. Because what I felt in my career is, if I had a better mentor, if I had I wouldn't say better parenting, but maybe my parents could have handled the situations in a better way. So thoda less pressure from the family, because for a sportsman these things are quite important. Like if he's fighting with his own family, if he's fighting with his own people, somehow उसका गेम तो थोड़ा बहुत अफेक्ट होना ही है. No matter how strong mentally he is, but if he has that freedom in his mind कि यार मेरे को कोई there's someone backing me here, तो he can express himself on the field in a very different manner. Correct. तो I think वो parents का एक push मिल जाएगा, या फिर family का push, या फिर coach का एक push मिल जाता है. So I think that certainly helps in developing you as a player, or it helps you perform better, I feel. So
you made your debut for Tripura and the Vijay Hazare Trophy, List A, and all the other T20s as well. वहाँ से first class cricket in Sri Lanka, ये कैसे हुआ?
So the thing is, in Sri Lanka they hire overseas professionals. Like how in our domestic circuit we are allowed professionals, but those are within the country. But Sri Lanka में वहाँ पे every team is allowed to have 2 overseas professionals. So वहाँ one of the club had contacted me कि why don't you come here and play a first class season with us.
This was what year?
This was in 2021.
Okay.
And I was open, like I always wanted to play overseas. It's a different experience, different exposure. So I went there. That was a different challenge again as a player, because different conditions. In India, we usually play with the SG test ball, but yeah, in Sri Lanka, first class cricket, Kookaburra ball is used, and it has very different characteristics to the SG ball. The wickets there are quite different. Outfield is quite heavy, so for a batsman it's a bit challenging. Their quality of domestic cricket is also quite up to the mark. Like you can't compare it with Indian domestic cricket because I think it's the best amongst the world. But like there are different challenges when you play in Sri Lanka. Even weather-wise, it's a bit challenging. It's quite humid. So yeah, I mean, it was a great experience. I played with a lot of international players from not just Sri Lanka but from different countries as well. Like we had players from Pakistan.
Who all were there? Can you?
There was a guy called Mohammad Irfan who had represented Pakistan A.
7-inch.
Yeah, right. He was playing as a professional from my team. I played against Angelo Matthews, Dimut Karunaratne. So yeah, I mean, I think most of the Sri Lankan internationals were there.
How was it like playing against Angelo Matthews and Dimut?
It's always special. Like whenever, like I grew up in a generation where Test cricket is always a special thing, you know. Like playing Test cricket has always been a dream. But when you find yourself playing against people who are, you know, have played 100 tests, 50 odd tests, it's very special because I mean it makes you feel special because the way they go about their business. You have a lot of things to learn from them.
Any particular learnings from Angelo Matthews at least?
I think his calmness, the way he handles situations. I couldn't interact with him much, but
just from outside.
Yeah, like playing against him with him was a different experience.
वो तो हो गया श्रीलंका का,
Right.
but you also know that you have played first class cricket in the county of England cricket as well.
Right.
How did that happen?
That's not first class cricket actually.
Okay.
That's
County
cricket.
Cricket, yeah.
So again in England they allowed to hire, clubs are allowed to hire professional, overseas professionals.
Same way, yeah.
But in England the thing is that you're allowed to have just one overseas professional in a team.
Okay.
So whenever you're playing as a professional anywhere, there's added pressure on you because ultimately the team expects you to get the team through. So
this was what year?
This was last year.
Okay, nice.
So in UK, I was playing county cricket in Manchester, which is again conditions are quite different. It's overcast most of the time. It's raining most of the time. The weather is quite chilly. So again, you play there with the Duke's ball, which is a bit darker in shade as compared to.
And it swings like hell.
It swings like hell. Also, the wickets are quite underprepared because of the weather. You don't get much sunshine, so there's not much hardness in the wickets. Plus, there's a lot of grass. So, yeah, I mean,
full extreme hard conditions.
Yeah, it was very extreme conditions, especially for a batsman. And even when I was bowling spin, it's hard to grip the ball. You need those hand warmers in your pockets all the time. So yeah, I mean, different challenge. Also, when you're the only professional in the team, your team always expects you to do well. Also, there's competition with the other pro as well, because the opposition team has a professional. You always want to do better than him.
Comparison.
Yeah, always there's comparison.
Correct.
So yeah, all those things are there. Plus, it's a 4.5 month season in UK. So staying there for such a long time.
It starts from May ke start mein na, May,
right.
and it goes on till August.
August, yeah. And being away from your family 4.5 months, managing things for yourself, cooking. So yeah, I mean, it's something that I enjoyed. Like I personally enjoy staying alone, and I think yeah, it was a great experience.
But because you learned all the experience of cooking and being on your own during your Tripura days, and even so that helped you in the.
Certainly helps.
Correct.
Yeah. Because I think food is something every human connects to. जब आपको अच्छा घर जैसा खाना बनाने आता हो, तो it helps to keep your mindset in a certain way as well.
Correct.
When you're not eating well, that also affects your like the way you behave, the way you क्योंकि आपका routine जो होता है that gets messed up a bit.
It's the saying ना कि you become what you eat.
Exactly. Yeah.
Which are some players that you interacted with during your stay in England?
I interacted with a lot of county players. There was a very interesting incident there. Like we had the groundsman who maintained our wickets at the home ground. He had played county cricket for one of the teams. And he was 70 odd years old, and we were just having I think it was raining that day, so we were just having a conversation sitting at the bar, and he was just mentioning that even after all those years, the one thing, I mean, he misses playing cricket, of course, but what he misses most is, getting in the dressing room, chatting with your teammates, the memories, the funny incidents on the field, the friendship off the ground, traveling with your team in a team bus. Those things are. It's very rare to have those things in any other profession. I think in sports, when you're playing group sport, those things are certainly special, and I think that is where he was telling me that you have to be grateful, that all these things are coming along, because ultimately these are the things you're going to remember when you're retired.
You have played in Indian conditions, you have played in Sri Lankan conditions, you have played in England conditions. You said right now that Mumbai cricket is the best when it comes to the structure and everything. Why do you think so? Like since you have played in such various conditions, why do you think that is so?
I think as a player, Mumbai cricket is the best place to learn cricket. It's not the best place to play cricket.
Okay.
Because if you are expecting yourself to reach a certain level, the best place to learn cricket, because here you get exposed to a lot of different types of conditions, different kind of bowling, like I said, the other factors as well, like traveling, because ultimately whenever you play professional cricket, traveling is a big part of your profession. Long journeys, these are kind of things you get used to when you're playing cricket in Mumbai. Every ground you play in Mumbai, it's different. Some have, even though there's red soil everywhere, but the way they prepare the wickets, every team has a different home ground. So the amount of formats you play, like you play T20 cricket now, you play one day cricket, you play 3-day cricket. So you play all the formats. There's a lot of scope for you to play practice matches whenever the club games are not there. So I think there's a lot of options for you to go and practice. Like in the morning you could practice on a different wicket, in the afternoon you could practice on a different wicket. So the exposure you get as a player to different kind of conditions, different kind of bowlers, different kind of batsmen, different kind of outfields. Also, when you're playing professional cricket, dimensions matter a lot. Like even when you see in IPL or even when you see international cricket, players are always calculating which end to target, which end to not take a lot of risk. So those kind of things you learn a lot in Mumbai cricket. Like if you play in cross Maidan, there's a side where there's a 30-yard boundary, but the other side is almost 90 yards. So that's when, as a player, as a bowler, as a batsman, you start to calculate that this is the end I need to target, or this is. So I think those things help you build as a cricketer a lot. Plus, I think the amount of good coaching you get in Mumbai is because you have a lot of options. You can still choose the best coach for you.
Correct.
So yeah, I mean that's not always the case. Like in my case, I could
correct.
I could never come across a good coach. But but again, if you're trying to, because the pool of talent is a lot in Mumbai, maybe even if you're a very good player, you might not get the exposure you need at the age group level or at the senior level. So in that ways, I think it's the best place to learn cricket, but not the best place to play cricket.
Crazy, yeah. The thought of opening your own cricket academy, was this ever like ये आपके दिमाग में से था ही कि हाँ ये करना ही है मुझे, कि ये on the spot हो गया, ये suddenly हो गया?
So the thing was, after I made my first class debut, एक चीज़ तो था हमेशा से कि जैसे मैंने बोला कि I always thought कि if I had a good mentor, maybe my journey would have been a bit fast tracked. तो ऐसे था कि यार अगर मेरे जैसा कोई और एक है, या फिर someone who wants to play, someone who wants to make it big, someone who has that passion, उसको वो mentorship या फिर coaching मिलना is बहुत important है. And so during COVID ऐसे आया मन में कि I think there should be an academy where at least players from my area should have that exposure कि ऐसा कोई नहीं होना चाहिए कि जिसको यार
they should feel left out or they should feel out.
हाँ कि यार इसको
guidance नहीं मिल रहा है,
नहीं होना चाहिए था ऐसा. But जो हमारे दया शेट्टी है, the one who owns the ground, he was kind enough to offer us कि आप लोग अपना academy start करो यहाँ पे. So that was thing, like मन में यही था जब academy start कर रहे कि एक तो exposure मिले students को, they need to interact with someone who's been through the journey. मतलब grassroots level से professional cricket तक का जो experience है, I feel मैं वो भी share करूँ और दूसरा चीज़ ना भी share करूँ. That will make them learn a lot of things in the process.
Correct.
और I completed my ECB level 2 coaching course as well last year.
Okay.
So me and Amok Bhatkal, who's also represented Bombay last year in the Ranji Trophy. Both of us started the academy during COVID. I can confidently say that it is the cheapest academy you'll find anywhere in Bombay, where first class cricketers are coaching as coaches, because academy start करते वक्त ये भी था मन में कि coming from a lower middle class family, finances is quite a big thing. For a batsman, आप देखोगे he has a lot of expenses like equipment हो गया,
correct, gears and all, yeah,
everything, and the prices of the equipments have gone up quite
correct
in the last few years. तो ऐसे था कि it's not academy start करना है, but ऐसे भी है कि it should be manageable for the
budget
kids
friendly.
to come there. मतलब of course I mean you need finances to run a academy, लेकिन ऐसा नहीं है कि फाइनेंशियली एक्सप्लॉइट करना है. उनको अच्छे फैसिलिटीज़ देने, बेस्ट फैसिलिटीज़ देने, बट एट अ रेट वेयर it's manageable for everyone.
Correct.
to come there and express themselves.
What is the name of this, and where is it located?
So the academy is Vision Cricket Academy, and it's located in Daisar East.
Okay.
And right now we have indoor facilities as well. We have 7 to 8 outdoor nets, quite good wickets. Like we prepared different kind of wickets, turning tracks, flat wickets
For different kind of conditions.
We have lights as well, so you can practice under lights as well. We have bowling machines, different equipments. Like we keep on adding up. जैसे advanced technologies आते हैं.
What do you feel the vision of Vision Cricket Academy in the future?
I think in the short period that we've had, I think it's been 4 or 5 years since we started the academy, but we've had a lot of success as compared, because we've had players getting selected for the national cricket camp. That's in BCCI.
Can you name a few?
Advait Bhatt, who recently was the highest wicket taker from Mumbai under 16. Soumya Singh was part of the senior women's team which won the T20 Cup. So a lot of players are doing well in our A division circuit. Like last year we had players who scored 6 or 7 hundreds in the first division in Mumbai.
Crazy.
So a lot of players getting selected for the age group camps. So I think till now it's been like we've been blessed with players who are doing
also
quite
well. Yeah.
So I mean that's the vision. Like we want to provide the best facilities at the best possible rates for the players, so that financially they can manage themselves well. We are also giving scholarships to players who are financially a bit weak, especially to women as well. Like we've had players who are on scholarships. So the vision is that one thing is that they should realize what it takes to become a cricketer, professional, and also at the same time they need to have that proper guidance, the best facilities. If players from that area can have the best facilities, they can excel themselves to a better level. It's not just about the technical part, but the other aspects as well. Like something I feel we missed out growing up. Like we have in our academy we conduct yoga seminars, nutrition seminars, which is quite important going along with the game. So I think for them to have a maximum exposure with the best facilities, that's the ultimate goal for us.
Thank you so much, Ninad. Once again, it was a pleasure having you here. We wish you all
Yes.
the best for your future endeavors.